Hey, this is Archie Roach back at my kitchen table, and today we'll be looking at a young dance group from Port Augusta in South Australia called Dusty Feet Mob, and they'll be dancing to the song Took the Children Away.
This story's right, this story's true. I would not tell lies to you, like the promises they did not keep, and how they fenced us in like sheep.
I think the ripple effect of the stolen generation still lives in families today.
Families is important to all of us. Without family, we don't have a connection.
Then they took the children away, took the children away.
This journey with Dusty Feet for the past 5 years has been a roller coaster. We're just a small dance group from Port Augusta. We do contemporary storytelling through our song and dance. So we're going to do it with the music, is that right?
Dusty Feet basically started as a singing group. Juanita was really inspired from that, and the young girls didn't want to stop, and so they changed from singing to dancing. The Stolen Generation song was the first one that they'd done. It was from there that we thought that we could support this and keep going.
Carrying on Uncle Archie's legacy is really important. Us doing this performance gives people, the wider community, a bit of an idea about why there are so many Aboriginal people still affected by it.
The kids get to reenact something that their grandparents or parents or someone has gone through. They know why they're dancing to this.
It did affect me when I first heard it, more so when the kids got up and danced. It was like something had grabbed hold of you and just tugged at your heart.
The churches are starting to have ownership of what happened, and a lot of Aboriginal churches have invited Dusty Feet to go and dance at their services. So today our mob is starting to find a space to talk about what happened.
When you hear the song, and it takes you back to a place where we don't sometimes talk about it, whether it be enough, or we don't talk about it because we might feel we're trying to still protect ourselves from all that pain. So it's an opportunity to have your little moment.
The biggest strength that Dusty Feet has is that we are family, no matter what cultural group we come from, no matter what background we come from, you become our family.
What keeps me going with Dusty Feet Mob, it's about my kids, it's about our community, they're our next generation. As we kept continuing to go to more and more performances, you could see the changes in the kids, and they just come right out of the shells. And I guess if it wasn't for the kids, I wouldn't be here where I am today, as strong as I am, because they've taught me a lot.
I think it's important to keep it going because people that are from the same culture might not know. Got to teach them as well.
I see people in the audience crying, and after we finish our dance, people coming up to us and telling us about their emotions and how they're feeling.
That people get taken away from their mothers and fathers, and they'll be brought to a mission.
People need to know
see what happened back then, especially with took the children away.
When I first started to hear stories of my dad and like his brothers and sisters, it made me numb a bit first, where I was a bit like, didn't know where my emotions was going.
Because a story can be sad, it can be hard for some people. But like we said, we don't want to see the story being repeated.
The words of Uncle Archie resonates throughout the whole of Australia, throughout our communities, throughout our families.
I love the privilege of having to carry on Uncle Archie's legacy. I'd like to think that Dusty Feet Mob are also doing this for all the Stolen Generation descendants.
Our people went through a lot of trauma, a lot of loss, and there was a lot of sad stories. There was just too many, you know. Gets you back to a place where you just feel that a lot of your own pain, and that through the kids doing these dances, it's an opportunity to tell the story as it is.
So how long you been with Dusty Feet? Yeah, great memories, Dusty Feet. First time I saw it when they danced, you know, the song, it was very emotional for me. It's important that they keep doing it because it's their way of processing it. Because the trauma, you know, stolen gen and other things, it's intergenerational. It's a healing. It's a blessing. What you do, what you bring, you know, to not just to me but others. You know, like older fellows that have been taken from family. You know, when we see us dancing, that helps us and makes us feel better. And so thank you for that.
I've been singing it for a long time now. And who knows, one day I'll be singing it and maybe it'll all just go and I'll be free. Where's Dusty Feet Mob?
Come on, guys.
This story's right, this story's true. I would not tell lies to you, like the promises they did not keep, and how they fenced us in like sheep. Said to us, come take our hand, set us up on mission land, told us to read, to write and pray. Then they took the children away, took the children away, the children away. Snatched from their mother's breast, said this is for the best, took them away.
Performing with Uncle Archie, the feeling walking off that stage, I'm always going to remember that for the rest of my life.
You know, he's someone that we all look up to and look to because he's such an icon.
It's a privilege and it's an honour. And I think our kids are doing us proud. And I'm really proud to be a part of it.
All the children came back, the children came back, the children came back. Yes, I came back.
Yeah, that certainly was. Moving, very moving. Not just about the song took the children away, but about this group of dancers, young people, this group of children called Dusty Feet Mob from Port Augusta in South Australia. And just looking at that now, I'm sure you'll agree it was pretty powerful. In particular, hearing the children's voices and just watching how they put that together and the dancing, you know. I remember when Dusty Feet Mob first danced to the song, and we were in Adelaide doing something. I'm not quite sure what it was, but I sung "Took the Children Away," but before I did, they got up and danced to a recorded version of "Took the Children Away," and it moved me greatly and to tears. It was very emotional, and I just then looking at that now. I just think it's amazing what these young people are doing, because as I said before, it's a stolen generation. It didn't just affect us that were taken away. It's affected our children and our grandchildren as well. So that's why it's intergenerational, and it's good to see young people being able to process that trauma through the arts, through music or dancing, like the Dusty Feet Mob. So it's really important what they do, and showing other people and younger people, I suppose, this is what you can do. This is what you can do to process that intergenerational trauma as well. So, because I've seen children of stolen generation growing up very angry and getting into trouble, and just not very happy because of what happened to their parents or their grandparents. So yeah, Dusty Feet Mob doing a great job.